show to start, but we're live.
And now we join our regularly scheduled broadcast. Oh, that was a little broadcast.
So Jamie said that house was too expensive. But she wanted me to buy one for $500,000 extra.
20 acres, it's far from dogs. All right. Okay, we are live.
Definitely live.
Hi, Joanne, Janine, Karen,
Hey, Nancy.
Turid, Robin.
Hey, McCree family.
And
Hello.
let's see who's over here.
No one.
Nancy.
Oh, somebody loves us on
McCrae
YouTube.
Family Homestead. Michelle, Lindsay, Dave L.
Oh, remember what I
Amy,
said,
Dawn,
Dave,
find her at the age.
about comments?
Hmm?
Remember what I said about comments?
Mm-hmm.
Dun dun. Ooh, Jessica says hello from New York today.
Hello.
Hello.
So it's raining here in Colorado. It's so beautiful. We don't know what rain is in Colorado.
Hardly ever, but we've been getting a lot lately, though.
So,
Hello.
all right.
Hi, Rebecca from West Virginia. Annette wants to know how you're feeling. And Toby in Beaverton,
Well-
Michigan.
I'm here. I'm a little worn out. We almost left for Wisconsin tomorrow morning. So we were working on trying to decide if we were going to do that.
Jeannie says, we're here from North Carolina. You can start cooking now.
That's funny.
What? It's cold here, so what she's making is
No,
perfect for
probably
this.
not for a couple weeks.
It's been like 40 degrees here all day in Colorado. If you're new around here, we're holding on just a minute to make sure that we give everyone a chance to join us. Hi, Des, Denise,
Well, I suppose you could
Janice,
open it
Lori,
We'll see.
Marianne.
We possibly could, okay. All right. What is that?
It's lotion.
For whose hands?
Mine.
Because they get dry, huh?
Yep.
All right. Today we are making... Oh, no. Oops, I don't have a pretty dining on a dime.
Should we? You know,
Okay, well,
I've
just
heard a rumor
keeping it
there's
real.
more of them out in the garage.
We're keeping it real. I hate that saying. I don't want people to keep it real. I don't want to see their dirty kitchens.
What do you want me
I
to
don't
go
want to
out?
see their piles of laundry.
Do you want me to go out to the warehouse, aka the garage, and get you one?
So just so you guys know, I actually use my Dining on a Dime cookbook right here. Dining on a Dime. Page 99, cinnamon puff bread today. Doesn't
Yum.
that sound fun?
Have you made that lately?
No,
I don't
have
remember
not.
you making it since the book.
I probably haven't. Okay, so we are making this today.
Here, let's trade in that scruffy one for a clean one.
Oh, thanks. Jack bought me a nice fresh one. Well, thank you,
They're
Jonathan.
over here on the pie thing.
Oh, is that where it went? I didn't know where it went. All right, thank you much, sir.
Whoa.
So 99 on Dining on a Dime cookbook, yes.
Well, Donna was saying there's 14 inches of snow in some places in the mountains.
Ooh-wee! You gotta love Colorado.
Oh, Andrea says her daughter's at the Air Force Academy in the Springs.
Oh, wow. Andrea from... Oh, no, different Andrea. Wow.
And Tammy says she's been binge watching our during their snowstorm in southern Alberta.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
So, Elly and BJ went to Colorado Springs the other day, and they loved it, and they want to move down there. Okay, just because it's cheap.
Jen says hi from Wisconsin.
So we were looking at a house from Wisconsin. We actually found one.
We need
That's
to
a
move
big-
to Wisconsin.
That's a big contender. Okay,
Get it together, people.
so I've got 1 cup of water and my margarine. You can use butter if you want. I just have margarine on hand. And no, people, you're not going to die if you eat margarine. Believe me. I have grandparents that are 90 years old and other grandparents that lived to be 100 that didn't die from margarine. Okay, so
Shing.
what are you doing, you crazy guys? So can you
I'm cutting
go
the
back here, Dave?
cinnamon. I'm cutting the cinnamon in
Dave.
half.
What?
You're cutting the cinnamon.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Wait, cinnamon
Sorry,
puff
I was
bread?
reading.
Yes, it's super yummy.
You told me to read comments.
Okay, so right here I have my butter and my water melting. Okay. Right here. See it melting? Jack, I need you to bring me that pan from outside,
Ooh.
please. Okay, so let me get it melted here. You'll see it right up there. So let me get this melted. So we're going to show you guys the house we found here in just a minute in Wisconsin.
What? You found a house?
And we had thought about going out to look at it tomorrow, actually. But BJ has a doctor's appointment on Friday, so we kind of are... Your what? Your diorama? Yeah.
Jack, Tony says hi, guys. Hi, Jack, you cutie pie.
Did you say hi?
He said he's skipping away saying hello.
Okay, come show him your diorama while this is melting.
So, at school, I made a diorama, and Dave, can you move the camera down?
Yes.
Okay.
Hopefully you can see this.
Yeah.
So,
There. What is your bug you made?
So,
You had to
no.
invent a bug.
I had to invent a animal, and this is a solar bird.
A solar bird. That's a new one. Never heard of a
You had
solar
to
bird
invent
before.
an animal.
I know.
Yeah. And then I have a few trees. One's knocked down. This boat is crashing into a bridge.
There you go.
And also this plane right here, which the propeller spins. Yeah.
There you go.
Actually, I was so impressed because anytime I ever did one of these in school, it was not nearly as fancy and cool looking as that.
You did good. You did good.
Yeah. Also, mine was the most complicated. I'm not complicated.
Do you know what?
Complimented in actually in the whole 3rd grade, which was actually pretty cool.
And do you know what grade you got on it?
What grade?
Mm-hmm.
I
Did
can't.
they grade 'em?
I can't remember, but
Oh.
I think it was a 20
Very good. Out of what?
out of 20.
Well, that's a good job. All right. Good show. Okay, so I brought my water and
Actually,
margarine to a boil, yeah.
technically, I got a 35 out of 40. Technically,
How
because
did
we
you
were
do that?
graded on the animal and the habitat.
Oh, you were graded on both. I see. Okay, so then when your water is boiled, you take your flour and you pour it in and you stir it around until it makes a... Dave, you're going to have to show this. Dave's earning his money today. Until it forms a stiff ball, okay? So you want it to be a stiff ball, but you want all the flour incorporated. Okay, see how it just made a ball real quick there? Okay, see
Looks like mashed
that?
potatoes.
There we go.
Jessica Edwards wants to move to Wisconsin with you. Be a part of the family.
Ooh, well, see, this place we were looking at, we were thinking we could put in a couple of tiny homes or turn the pole barn into some retreat things. It even has fishing, so the men could come with the women and the guys could go fishing.
Someone can teach me how.
And the ladies could go make soap or quilt with mom. Okay, so that's what it looks like. That is how it's supposed to look, okay? So then you let this cool for just a few minutes. And you don't want it completely cooled, but you want it so that it's not hot anymore, okay? What are you eating?
Donna said it's snowing up there. Donna
In Golden?
Smith.
In
Cheyenne,
Wyoming?
yeah.
Oh, in Cheyenne? Wow, Donna!
How much are you getting?
Man,
We're not getting any snow here, but somebody was asking.
it's raining. Okay, so then what? Now we're getting weather warnings on something. I don't know. Okay, something is beeping. I'm not sure what, but. Oh, never mind. It's
It's a
Amber
police
Alert.
alert.
Okay, so then take your batter and you're going to put an egg in one at a time while you're beating it, okay?
This isn't puff till you cook it, right? This doesn't puff till you cook it, right?
No, not till you cook it.
Okay.
Oops. Okay, so now I sort of forgot something. You have to beat it for 5 minutes.
What? Do you need me to do
So,
it?
Dave, why don't you run this into the bathroom and beat it for 4 more minutes, please?
What?
So we don't have to, so
Why
everybody doesn't
me?
have to go listen to the show.
This
Just turn
is
it on and beat it for 4 minutes.
this is torture.
Uh-oh.
Man, I have depression. I have crippling depression.
We got crippling depression.
Cat Lover says every time Tara bakes something, I bake that within a week. I'll be making this soon, I bet.
Well, thank you. Okay, so can we see me now? Because Dave
Ooh,
left.
Amy said Wisconsin is pretty right now. Wait, I think you can.
There. Is that better?
Yeah.
Or is that too? Oh, he did move it. Oops. Sorry. Okay, so well,
Now you're sitting down after you raised it.
so while we're waiting for Dave here to finish beating it for me, so you guys don't have to listen to it. What?
What speed?
Just high. Just beat it.
All the way high?
Yep, 4 minutes. Just beat it, beat it, beat it. Well, you know what? We would love Idaho, and actually, all of our everything that we're looking for is actually in Idaho.
Except the price.
But what do you mean, except the price?
When I looked there, it was still pretty pricey compared to other
Well, I
places.
don't know what you're looking at because when I looked, it wasn't that expensive. So I don't know.
I just looked at Sandpoint and Spirit Lake and stuff.
But
Everyone's loving your apron. Marissa says it's
Oh,
your
thank
favorite
you.
one so far.
it is. One of our viewers sent me this. It was so nice of her. I so appreciated it.
Lots of people are noticing it.
Thank you guys.
That is awesome.
So we're gonna talk about house and show you guys, but here, you want to open your Mike's fan club letter real quick
Oh, yes.
while we're waiting?
Oh, good enough for us. Loves the Minecraft sword. Oh, from Sandra in Olive Hill, Kentucky. All right. Thank you, Sandra, in advance.
There you go.
Yay.
Mike's fan club.
Woohoo.
Poor Mike. He never gets any mail, so we asked everybody to send him mail. So Mike would get something in the mail for a change. Because I'm buttering my dish. Ah! That's
Fan
cute.
mail for Mike.
Okay, that's pretty cute.
Oh, wow.
Ah,
Did you make this?
I think she did.
Wow.
That's pretty cool.
Aw.
Hmm.
Mike, you're kind, humble, and the love you have as a husband and father shines through. You have a great personality, you're witty, and have a great sense of humor.
Aww.
It's getting
We
stuck
appreciate
to
all
the
that
edge
you
of
do.
the
The show would not be the same without you. And she says, how cool is it the same God who created the mountains and oceans looked at you and thought the world needed one of you too. Thank you, Sandra.
Aw.
Oh, it's from Sandra's Homespun Life, Sandra.
Oh,
I love
nice.
your card. Wow, it's funny because it's a homemade card, but it doesn't look homemade.
It's cute.
That's awesome. No, I mean, that would be a bad thing, but...
Okay, so I'm greasing my 15 by 10 pan here. This is my Pampered Chef one, which is okay, but I can never get it clean. It's always got this... I don't like the... What do you call it? The seasoned look. I want my pans to look clean.
Me too.
But, hey, what are you to do? Oh, tell them what you did to your mom's wok while we're waiting.
Okay. Jamie wanted to know, by the way, if that puffs, but it doesn't puff till you cook it, right?
It puffs when you cook it.
Puffs when you cook it, Jamie. So that's a little different one. Oh, yeah. When I was a teenager, teenagers never want to do anything. And I saw my mom's wok and I thought, this is the most disgusting looking thing ever. I think I'll clean it for her. And so I scrubbed and scrubbed and scrubbed until it was shiny, till I could practically see my reflection in it. And I'll just say she wasn't very amused. The reaction wasn't quite what I had hoped for. Not even close. But, you know,
Poor
thinking,
Mike.
well, I guess I won't be helping out voluntarily anymore.
Poor Mike.
Well,
He tried so hard and got shot down.
Michelle said she just found out they're getting an Aldi and she can't wait.
Woohoo! Okay, so now while Dave's getting that finished and we're almost done, I'm melting the butter. Okay. So melt the next 2 tablespoons of butter. What we should do is have, you know what? We should do a collaboration with all these YouTubers, and every time I make something, have them do a video on it.
Yeah?
That would be pretty cool.
You know what? I didn't share the recipe.
Oh.
Here's the recipe again for everyone who's
And
because
did
there are
you
a couple
share the
people
cookbook?
asking. The easy cinnamon puff bread recipe is in the links or in the You were just getting a bunch of likes and loves and ha's.
What did I say?
Well, I say you were getting it. Might have been me.
Maybe
Who
it
knows?
was for you.
Maybe it was for me.
Oh dear, it just
Yay.
exploded in the microwave. Okay. All right. So I think Dave is almost done here. Dave!
Sharon is asking, have you made an appointment to look at the property? We haven't.
We have not. So we were gonna fly out tomorrow to look at it, but we weren't sure we would be back in time for BJ's appointment. So, but the problem is, it has every single thing we're looking for and then some. I am not kidding you. It even has a soap room. The woman is a soap maker too. And it already has all the gardens all put in. We're going to show you pictures here in just a minute. It has all the gardens put in. Thank you, sir. Okay. So,
That should
now,
have been 4 minutes. It might be like 3 minutes and
That's
50
okay.
something seconds, but still.
all right. So, now, after Dave did a wonderful job beating it, that's what it looks like. Okay?
Mindy wants to know when my birthday is.
Mike's is December 12th.
I was testing her.
And when it comes to December 12th, he's gonna be 51, so he's gonna be more than
No, he's
60.
not.
He
gonna
loves
be
to make me
ancient.
older. You know, Dave loves to imagine me being older than I am. Whenever there's, like in the church bulletin, whenever it says something about a senior luncheon or something, he's like, that's you.
Oops, I just flung batter on your leg. Sorry.
Oh, your mom said she thinks it's December 12th.
She thinks.
Yeah.
So as soon as I get this in the oven, we'll show you guys pictures of this house. Now, it is about $50,000 more than we really wanted to spend. And the one reason why we are hesitating is it's been on the market for 90 days. If we had to resell it for any reason, if there's an emergency or we had to go to one of the kids or mom or something, and we had to resell it, would we be able to do that? And that's where our hesitation is at the moment, for one thing.
The answer
So
is no.
Jeannie has the most important question. Is there an Aldi nearby?
Yes, there is in Eau Claire, not very far. So, and the little town that it's by, it has a Walmart and a Dollar General. So we would have a normal town and an Ace Hardware. There's not a big one like Lowe's or whatever. That would be like an hour, right? You looked it up. I don't know. To Lowe's or Menards or
Probably
something.
Eau Claire,
Yeah.
which would be
So-
close to an hour, yeah.
So the two reasons why I'm hesitating is, could we resell it? And is the heat and humidity really going to be too bad for us to bear? Or is getting a super, super nice property make up for dealing with the heat and humidity? I don't know.
Did you ever find out if it has air conditioning? That'd be a hint.
They say it has central air.
So there is heat.
So there's air conditioning is what I'm saying. So it must be
Decent.
warm enough that they need air conditioning.
So
But yeah.
I was just
Sorry.
gonna say we should say Stacy said that her 12-year-old daughter loves watching us, and they're in Wichita.
Oh, in Wichita. That's
Yes.
where we're from. Yay! I grew up
So we're
in
glad you're
Wichita.
watching.
I I grew up in Wichita, and the house before this one, we lived in Andover. So we know exactly where you guys are. Sorry, I dumped it on your pants. Okay, so I got it all spread in here, and then I'm going to take my butter and just drizzle it along the top here.
Wichita is awesome minus the tornadoes.
You missed the tornadoes.
No, I hate the tornadoes.
Okay, so then I'm just going to spread around my butter, get it all nice and distributed.
Oh, Bandana Grandma's here.
Bandana Grandma, hello!
And Sharon, Two Family Homestead is here.
Hello! I was hoping Bandana was okay. I haven't seen any videos from you for a while, so I was hoping you were okay. Alright, so then you just sprinkle your cinnamon and sugar on top, like so.
Man, I really badly want to go to Wisconsin. Please.
You do?
Please. Hey, one of my friends says
Okay.
he might be going there, so.
Bumblebee says, Tara's got that hair looking like a schoolgirl. Love it.
Ow! Do I look like Pebbles? Is it up high enough to look like Pebbles or no?
Probably. Quiltea's
Okay.
wondering where that is. We're going to tell him in a minute.
Yeah, we're going to tell you just a minute. Let me get this put in. Okay, so that's what you do. And then you throw it in a 400-degree oven, which I only have mine on 350.
Good job.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you where it is, but I got a package today.
What?
Oh my. All right, well, let's see what it is.
Uh-oh. Oh, hey, Backwoods Ray said we can collaborate together. If you can cook it, I will let you, I'll eat it and let you know how good it is.
Ah, there you go. Oh my goodness.
This looks like something you're going to quite enjoy.
Who is this from? There's no, oh, Mrs. Gary Carr in Maryland.
Yay.
What is it? Blueberry tea. Oh, and stress reliever. I need that.
Tammy.
I really need that. Well, thank you, Tammy. She must sell tea. Oh, yum. You are
Nice.
free to send me any tea samples you want. And then some. Ooh, how cool. I'll have to look through that. I love tea. Actually, you know what? I didn't make my tea today. So, I shall make me a cup of tea. Shall I?
Sure.
All right, so.
Yeah, Michelle, I found out later that the pan was supposed to look that way. The wok in this pan, I know Tara. But I didn't understand that at the time when I overcleaned.
Poor Mike. Yeah. He tried so hard and his mom just yelled at him. All right, so I'm going to put some of this in here and make me a cuppa. Should I?
Sure.
Okay. Oops. Let's see there.
Jessica wants to know, what does Mike like that we can send him? Do I need to cover my ears? Sure.
He loves chocolate. I don't know. What else do you like? I don't
Tap
know. You
when
tell
you're,
me,
when
like,
you're done.
what do you like?
Oh, you're talking to me? Sorry. What do I like?
You love your Irish hat you got from Ireland.
Oh, I want that Irish hat.
We all want one of those Irish hats to match. We should all get matching Irish hats as a family.
It's a little Trinity cap. Yeah.
That would be cute.
Yeah. I do like that a lot.
That would be really cute. Okay, so you guys are dying to see the house. You want to see the house? Okay, so we're going to go through some pictures here and show you the house. And let's see. Okay, there's no pertinent information on there. Okay, so show them this view first. Okay,
Is there a
so...
full screen mode?
I don't know.
Like, there's that little thingy right there. I was just thinking, just to
Can it
not,
not go?
because do we want all the other stuff on this? It's not letting me do the full screen mode. You tell me, is this...
Just, yeah, highlight that and delete it and see if it'll stay on the picture.
Here, I have an idea.
Oh, there. Or not. Well, there. It doesn't say on there. Okay.
Yeah, it
All
does.
right. Huh? Where?
Okay,
Oh, there. Well, here. Do you want me to put something over it? Here.
you tell me what you want to do. Okay, here.
Here.
Wow, that was actually kind of
That was kind of random.
Hold on. Okay, there. All right.
Dun, dun, dun,
So
dun,
this
dun,
place
dun,
is on 20 acres.
Wait, Dave, can you see it through the fingerprints and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's on 20 acres. And you can see the orchard and all that over here on the side. All right, next picture.
Next picture.
So then it has,
Hit forward. Is that it?
okay, so showing, yep.
Oh, that's... Oh, I see. That's the same picture, only different.
Okay, so here's the front of the house.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oops, our light just went out.
Oh,
Well, isn't that convenient?
Did I blow the breaker
Here,
again?
you click to the next one. I'll go
Yeah,
turn
you
the breaker
No,
on.
I'll
Okay.
turn the breaker on.
Right.
Yeah, you show it.
All right.
Yeah, the computer's not charging anymore.
Uh-oh.
Uh,
Okay. So
So,
there's the side. Okay. What's the next one?
This one?
Okay, yeah, here's the living room. Now, we did think I think the living room is a little small. It's just slightly bigger than our living room now, and our living room is way too small. But
But it's only counting up to the edge of that carpet right there.
so that's another thing why we're hesitating.
Can we open up
Is-
all the windows?
That's one reason why we thought maybe seeing it would help, because to me this looks pretty huge.
And to me, it looks really small. So, and of course, I'm always right, but
Mom, you're never right.
see, I knew that we needed to take you to the hospital.
thanks.
Oh, and that big log, whatever that is. That's
So
this is the
that's the
stairway one.
stairs going upstairs to, there's one bedroom upstairs. All right, but otherwise, the master
upstairs.
bedroom and the laundry are all
Dining
on
room,
the main level.
Are we showing all these pictures?
You don't have to.
Okay. Is there something else you specifically want to show?
Yeah, let's see. You keep going. There's the kitchen.
Yes,
yeah, show them the kitchen. So here's the kitchen.
Okay.
I don't know. What are you guys thinking so far? Keep going. Okay, so that's the important part. So this is the soap room, guys, which she took and made a whole nother kitchen downstairs in like the family room area. So this is the part that we were all happy about because we could turn it into a studio.
And
Yay!
not have to set up equipment every day. We could just suddenly go live at any moment.
Yeah. And so she's already making soap down there, so we could make it into a studio. Well, then there's 2 more bedrooms downstairs. So it's got a 3-car garage. Show them that.
3-car garage. We already
Okay.
have a 3-car garage. Just kidding.
Oh, that is good tea.
It smells really good.
Oh my goodness.
And this
Thank
is-
you, Tammy.
This is down the hill in the backyard.
I want to
you
go
gonna
there
come
because
in?
of that river.
Down the hill in the
This is
backyard.
the river.
Oh, it has riverfront property, but it's not in a floodplain. So,
Because it's significantly uphill to the house.
which you can see
You
here.
can see here it's uphill to the house from the water. So, and it's not in the floodplain, yeah.
And then, oh, show them the front porch. Oh man,
This is Tara's,
my dream.
her dream.
It even has water.
Can somebody cue up the Walton soundtrack?
Okay,
that's all of it.
Wait a minute, it didn't show the gardens.
Wait, what?
What happened to the gardens?
Well, I don't know. Here, I can click that because it's covered up.
Well then they have a big pole barn.
Did I miss them somehow?
A big barn that's 2,000 square feet, and outside of it they have a garden area already with an orchard with trees already put up.
Was that on a different website?
Oh, it must have
Oh,
been.
wait.
Oh, there, show them that. And it's got grapevines and raspberries already in, and apples and pears, and asparagus. She says she's got 250 crowns of asparagus. So the good news is it's zoned agricultural. Click on the next one.
Oops.
Okay. So it's zoned agricultural so
is it-
that our taxes are only $3,000 a year, where every place else is like $5,000 to $6,000 a year.
You're talking in the present tense.
Well, if we get it. I don't know. What do you guys think? We didn't see if you guys thought it was cool or not. I don't know. So go back and look at the comments and see what everybody says because we're curious. So the 2 things that we're having a quandary on is the heat and humidity going to be too bad?
Wait. Oh, holy cow. Oh, nice, nice, beautiful. That's awesome. Nice, very pretty, really nice. Love it. It's so cute. I love a metal roof. This is a metal roof?
Mm-hmm.
Snow melt right off.
I know.
Jill, with all the acres, you could build your own nursing home. Yeah.
See, I thought we could turn the barn into a house for Mom.
That would be fitting. I have to say that. She's my mother-in-law. Come on, work with me, people. Love the open concept. Yeah, me too. It looks like my dream home. How many rooms does it have?
So it's 3,700 square feet, and it's got 4 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms.
Where's my room?
Well, here's the thing. So we thought we could turn the barn into like an Airbnb thing and have people come.
So somebody was asking, where is it? I missed it. It's
it's
north of Eau Claire,
Yeah.
Wisconsin.
It's about an hour north of Eau Claire.
And looks really nice. And the thing is that honestly, it probably would sell for about the same price as this house, which is a tiny little house in a
quarter acre.
In a quarter acre, quarter acre because we paid extra for it, but a tiny little house in a little keyhole subdivision in Colorado.
So here's what's funny though. We were like, oh man, this has everything we're looking for. The only thing it doesn't have is a wood stove, and it does have stairs for downstairs, which would be for the soap room and that. I would really prefer everything all on one level, but we just aren't finding anything on one level.
The basement is a walkout right to that grass in the back above.
But it doesn't have a wood stove, but we could put one in easily.
Kathy votes yes.
It is on 20 acres, backs up to county and state land.
Paradise.
I know. It has a river, so we have an alternate water source, because I always wanted an alternate water source aside from just a well. So Mike called and we were like, well, I don't know. We can't find, none of these places have internet. And the internet is horrible in Wisconsin.
This one is fun.
And
Barbara says, jump on it. Where is it?
I know. So then, Mike called this morning.
It said,
and guess
it's
what?
out in the middle. It's out in the country.
It's in the boondocks.
Yeah, I don't know. And I called him because I happened to look on this map and there's this one little finger of internet that reaches out there, and I thought, could that be near where that house is?
Well, and he said last night, that would just take the cake if that one little finger of internet was that house. And I'm like, oh yeah, what are the chances? So go ahead.
Mary wants to know, did you set the timer for the
I didn't. No.
baked goods?
Okay, I'll remember.
So I called him and I told him what their technical needs were. Well, first of all, the lady said, what's the address of the house? And she said, oh, that's so-and-so and so-and-so's house. And I thought, oh, you know them? She said, I'm the next door neighbor. Like, oh, okay. So then we chit-chatted for a few minutes. But yeah.
But she sounded really nice.
I forgot to tell you the rest. Yeah, she sounded really nice. But then they checked and they said they would have at least, I told them it has to be at least this much for us to do our show, and more would be better. Well, at least 4 megs per second is the speed that we need to be comfortable. We don't actually use that much, but that's the comfortable minimum amount in case of fluctuation on the line. But I told her more would be better. So she went back and talked to one of the tech guys, and she said, oh yeah, he said 4 is no problem at all. You could probably get 8. So I was thinking,
so now it has internet. And we were just like,
thinking, okay, so if we could do live shows from there, that's a lot more.
So I don't know. The heat and humidity, I was wondering about, but is it worth it to get this house in Colorado? I kid you not, would be more than $1 million. It really would.
Without the 20 acres.
Yeah, it would be probably $1 million. What do you think? $1.3 million, $1.5 million, probably at least. At least.
With the land, it would be more.
At least, yeah. It would at least be $1.5 million home here in Colorado. But the problem is if we go buy it there and we have to resell it for some reason, it is on the more expensive side for Wisconsin. Would we be able to resell it?
It's not on the expensive side for Colorado. Like, that's an entry-level house in Colorado, which is unfortunate.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think...
Yeah, a lot of people are saying things like Sue says, very cool, depends on what you want. With that size house and property, you could build more in the future. Our only concern is, in the past, we bought houses, like when we bought a house in Idaho, it was in a really remote area in Idaho, and people were leaving the town more than they were coming to the town, and even though we only paid $27,000 for the house when we bought it,
we had to write
we sold it for $15,000.
We had to write an $8,000 check to the people to buy our house. We had to pay someone to buy our house, literally $8,000.
Diana's asking how far from the Dells. I don't know where the Dells is.
I think it's not quite an hour, 45 minutes.
Mary Alice packages it up perfectly. She says, "No barking dogs,
know.
no noise."
That's what we're thinking.
So yeah.
I don't know.
Laura says, "I have a Franklin stove and love it. Easy to have installed." Were you talking about that?
Yeah, because it doesn't have a wood stove. And if I'm going to be in Wisconsin, I want wood burning something.
Well, it also has 13 acres of, 13. It has something like 17 acres of forested land. 3 of those acres are taxed as, timber land, although we wouldn't call in a logging crew or anything, but we could go pick dead trees out of the woods and cut them down.
We could have our own firewood.
Yeah.
She said that the
Joanne
pasture...
says, "Go for it."
I know, the neighbor, he
Crystal
mows
and
the pasture. So here's the problem. We could maybe leave tomorrow morning and get there and look at it tomorrow afternoon and Wednesday. It would be $500 for us to fly out there. It would be $1,000 altogether. But Friday, BJ has a doctor's appointment that we really have to be back here for. But then Tuesday, I'm leaving for Michigan to go visit our viewer Penny, which we've been planning for like 3 months.
And you have airline tickets and everything
I have
already.
tickets and everything. She paid for me to come visit her with her frequent flyer miles. And so I'm going out there. So we either have to go tomorrow or we have to go in 3 weeks because we can't miss dump day. Dump day then is the week we get back and we have free dumping. And we have like 2 pickup loads of dump day.
If we had to drive it to Fort Collins and pay for it, it wouldn't be that expensive.
If we can get the truck there.
Yeah. Mary says you could get chickens. I love my chickens, she said. I was thinking, if you get chickens, that's okay. Just keep them over there.
I wouldn't mind chickens.
I love chickens in the pot.
In the pot.
Judy says you're a breath of fresh air. With all the bad news going on, I can always count on you. Thank you. Thank you, Judy. We appreciate that.
Yay. So, I don't know. What do you guys think? Should we go out and look at it? Or, I don't know. Dave is all excited. I don't know. What do you think, Dave? You should come tell him what you think.
Let's go!
Somebody...
Sleep now.
Well, then, Dave today found out his best friend may be moving to Wisconsin, too.
Although Jack says, I don't want to leave Colorado.
Well, he would love it once we got there. He would really like it.
I think he would.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is,
And we can fish in the river. She said there's all kinds of fish in the river.
Alexandra says perfect to build a bed and breakfast on the land beside the house. Yeah.
I know.
Others are still asking what part of Michigan. So it's in it's not in Eau Claire. It's north of Eau Claire, which, if you're not familiar with Wisconsin, is kind of on the...
It's kind of in the middle.
It's sort of in the northwestern part.
Yeah, middle northwestern part.
Yeah, of Wisconsin. So it's like 2 hours from Minneapolis. So if the kids didn't all move and they stayed in Colorado, it would be cheap for us to fly to Denver from Minneapolis.
Yeah, that was another thing. If the kids stay here, if BJ and Elly stay here and Emily stays here, then Minneapolis is a hub, so it would only cost us like $100 a person to fly from Minneapolis to Denver at the moment. That could change, of course, at any time. But, yeah. So, I'm going to just north of Detroit. So, yeah. But... Anyway, I don't know.
Heather says, with the world the way it is, a rural homestead sounds perfect. We just are not city people. My slight concern being kind of social, just a little bit social. Big surprise, right? Is there's a town 4 miles away that's 900 people, and there's a town like 10 miles away that's 3,700 people, and then the next biggest town is 45 minutes away, which is 100 and some thousand. I was thinking, when we lived in Idaho, we lived in a town of 400.
And nobody would talk to us.
And that was really difficult to make human connections. Although I know people in Wisconsin are nicer, though. People are said to be very friendly in Wisconsin.
No offense if you're living in Idaho. We lived there and we loved it, but the people just aren't very outgoing.
Well, the thing that we noticed about Idaho that was strange, and this might be a lesson to everyone about anywhere that's different from where you're used to. When we moved to Idaho, we thought people didn't like us for a long time because they were really not chatty and kind of... it seemed like they were abrupt. A lot of people were kind of abrupt, and it just seemed like they didn't really like us. But when we were moving, when the house was on the market and we were going to move, suddenly people started coming and saying,
You guys are the nicest people ever. Why are you going?
We love you so much. You're so amazing. You know, and we were thinking, we just didn't understand everyone's style of communicating.
I know. So
Amy says Wisconsin people like to socialize.
So Susie Bandana Grandma wants to know, why are the people selling? So her dad lives an hour south, and they bought some land from their dad that she wants to put a new homestead on and be closer to her dad.
So Margaret says if it's God's will, it's a done deal, just like Big Family Homestead. I think you should go for it. So here's the thing on that. That's kind of what we're thinking as far as the timing and how soon can we get out there is, if it's a God thing, it will still be available. No? But not that we're going to delay ourselves, but...
I don't know.
They're going to delay it.
We just can't decide. We hate to be rushing and going out there tomorrow. But at the same time, I know. That's what I was thinking, Ruth. 3 weeks, they just lowered the price again because it's been on the market 90 days. And the thing is in Wisconsin...
according to what we're seeing online, it seems to still be a little bit over
Yeah.
market.
It's on the higher end for Wisconsin. It's $3.95, I think, which is high for Wisconsin.
Well, we looked online,
But-
and it seems like all the places that, I know they don't predict the value necessarily exactly right, but the highest of them was about, well, it looked like it was about 30,000 lower than
Yeah.
what they were asking, but we're not sure.
And
The land is every boy's dream, great for
I
exploring.
know, the boys would love it. Get on an ATV and they would just go all over the place. Let's hope Dave wouldn't leave Jack off somewhere and
I would not, I promise.
I'm kidding.
Roxanne says, since you're hesitant, maybe it's not a good idea. I would have bought it already. We're not really hesitant. The main thing is, well...
We've lost money on 2 houses. Our first house and the last house we sold. So the first house we had to pay someone $8,000. The last house we lost $20,000. So that's the only reason why we're hesitant. We don't want to lose $150,000 if we had to turn around and sell it. But at the same time, if we move there, I would be planning on staying for the rest of my life unless on life or death something happened.
You should just
I don't
ask
want to
Penny.
move again.
You should ask Penny.
So if we go tomorrow, who would do the show? Or we'd try to do the show
We'll just do the show from
from
there.
Sherry's house.
No, it's just...
We could just sit on the front porch and ask the lady if we could do it from there.
Well, there was another lady that...
Well, see, and Big Family Homestead can't get internet, so they could come to our house and do live shows.
And that was one of the things that we were... that was one of our hesitations was Big Family Homestead moved to Wisconsin, and they do not have... They're out kind of like this house, and they don't have internet sufficient to do much. But they're YouTubers. So we were thinking, since our show is live, it's really important that we have internet at the house. And that was why we waited to call. We didn't wait. We waited to get too excited until I called them today.
So Jonathan from Florida Singularity says, when I worked with youth groups, the kids from Michigan and Wisconsin were some of the nicest, sweetest.
Well, I've always heard that, and that seems to be my experience with people I've met from those places in other places. I just haven't spent a lot of time there. Corey and Missy are near there.
The problem with a fixer-upper, somebody said buy a fixer-upper. Okay, yeah, we would do that, and we don't have a problem doing that. But we are pretty worn out, and I don't know. We are praying that if we're just not even supposed to see it, that something will happen so we can't even just waste time going out there to look at it, because we don't want to waste time and money flying out there and then have it not work, and I don't know. I don't know. Oh, I don't know.
There are a few people asking Nebo's one. Did they say if there's an Aldi there? Yes.
Yes. It's like 40 minutes away, but hey, I would drive 3 hours to Aldi at this point and bring home a carload, so.
So Chrissy says my brother-in-law is from Idaho. Good guy, but abrupt.
That's how they are in Idaho. They're nice people. I'm not saying they're not nice. I'm just saying.
They were very nice.
They're just not friendly in a, hi, how you doing? Come over, let's play cards kind of a way.
Well, see, Tara grew up in Kansas, and I grew up in Texas, and people in Kansas are friendly, and people in Texas are even friendlier.
Yeah.
And so going to people that are kind of solemn is a little different.
Mom doesn't think I should buy it because of the stairs going downstairs to the soap room and the office we would have down there. But I don't know. I agree with that, but I have not found any house at all that's a total ranch.
Hey, Janine says pray on it tonight. You know, we were praying on it last night and today. However, if you guys want to, that'd be awesome because we still will. But I forgot there was some other thing that we asked everyone to pray on, and it seemed to become very clear after that. So that would be awesome. The house, Heather, so the house is north of Eau Claire, Wisconsin. So kind of on the northwest part of Wisconsin.
And here's what we were looking for. We were looking for at least 2,500 square feet with 3 to 4 bedrooms, 4 preferably. It has 4 bedrooms. A wood stove. It does not have a wood stove, but that's okay. We can put one in. Someplace with at least 2 to 3 acres. This has 20 acres. A barn, shed, something like this. This has a 2,000 square foot barn. The gardens are already put in. The orchard is already started. The berries are already started. It's on a riverfront so that we have extra water. We have another water source aside from the well if we should ever need it for an emergency, which I really feel better. If you guys watch Penny Pinch Mama, I'm kind of paranoid a little bit, so I'm a semi-prepper, not a total prepper, but a little bit, and I like to have a wood stove and an extra water source so that if anything happened, we would have those things. And it's got all those. So I don't know.
Oh, Kiwana says that they're Aldi everywhere in Wisconsin.
Bandana Grandma just bought it. See, but if we turn the barn into like an Airbnb, Bandana Grandma could come over whenever she wants.
Well, the thing is, we could put a couple of little cabins, like little
tiny houses or something.
That would be pretty. It would be pretty cool, I would say.
Bye,
so,
Jessica.
How many signs do you need? Says Noah's Ark.
Oh.
That's like that. What was it with? What was the movie? Bruce Almighty.
Oh yeah, Bruce Almighty.
He's
yeah,
driving along,
funny.
asking for a sign.
But here's the other thing. I just about died. They actually have a hose on the deck so that if I want to put all my flowers on the deck, I don't have to walk down the deck, walk around the house, turn on the hose, come back up, water my plants, walk back down. The hose is right there. It's right there on the deck.
Yes.
I was so excited. I was like...
Diana says cheese curds. How can you go wrong? Mary Alice wants to know if the puffs are ready.
Almost. They got like 4 more minutes.
So Candace says, hi, new to the show.
Looking
Why
good.
are you moving? Well,
So, we don't know if we are or not, but...
Well, we live in a really small neighborhood in Colorado, and it's just getting crazy with kind of big city stuff. And this neighborhood specifically has just a lot of barking dogs and things that are difficult to hear all the time. So,
and we keep getting in car accidents because people don't know how to drive in Colorado anymore. It's all these crazy people moving in. And
see, a bunch of people are saying we should do a show from there to see if the internet works. Actually, maybe we should go tomorrow and do the show on Wednesday.
Well, the thing is the lady said that she doesn't have any... Oh, we could do the hotspot.
Well, I was thinking yeah, but that wouldn't give us a good
Oh, from the
indication.
neighbors, you
But
mean?
what I was thinking is calling the internet company and saying, hey, can we upgrade this lady's account for a week just to try it out? And I'm sure that, well, she's really friendly. She wouldn't object, but
Yeah.
Barb says, if you're unsure, don't do it. Nice people are in the Midwest. I'm Midwest and I'm nice. Thank you, Diana. Mary says we went to the Dells for a dance competition a few years back in June and it was hot. So I'm curious how hot.
Oh, man. See, what I'm trying to decide now, is it worth putting up the heat and humidity to have a really nice house with everything we're looking for?
Well, it depends on how much heat and humidity. Because some of the places that we were looking at were a lot of heat and humidity, which is...
I just don't know what to do.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, Cindy was saying as you get older, the stairs aren't so good. Although, the thing about this one is everywhere, I think what Tara was thinking is all the stuff she actually needs to get to are on the main floor.
So everything is on the main floor that I need, like the bedroom and the laundry room and stuff, so that in 10 or 15 years, if I can't do stairs anymore, then everything I would need on there, and probably by that time I'll be done doing soap anyway. But I don't know.
Carol's asking, is there any way to put an elevator or chairlift? Probably if we really needed one.
Well, probably in
But-
15 or 20 years, if I needed one, we probably could. But
Yeah, Eleanor says you just really have to prepare for winter.
I know.
True. Well, one thing, because of the kind of business we have, we don't need to go very many places except we go to school, obviously, assuming that we were sending David to school there, but it's not very far to
No.
the school. So,
Dave was all excited. He found out that there was 60% females and 40% males at his
No, it
school,
was the
so
other
he
way
was
around.
like, "Ooh, I can have my choice of girls."
actually, it was the other way around.
Oh, well, never mind then.
But he was still talking about the girls.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, if it's more than what you're wanting, what are you waiting for? Des says you can do that, guys. Coming to visit on vacation. That sounds amazing. Yep, there's your sign, says Jeannie. I wonder which one she's talking about.
The hose on the deck.
The school is 4 miles away.
So, well, they have a virtual tour online that we already looked at, which is why we're kind of... And Krista said that
So-
next week she would run over and look at it for us.
So Kathy
We
says
wanted,
you'll get
but-
80s and maybe 90s. That's like 10 to 15 degrees cooler than what we had in Wichita, right?
That's like 20 degrees cooler than what we had here. It's like 100 to 110 in July and August.
So this is significantly cooler than that. And it's here in Colorado, it gets pretty hot. Just not as humid, though. Sandy's asking, what does the husband do? This is my job.
Living on a dime is
So-
our job.
What people mostly see of me is just when I'm on the show here with Tara, but there's a whole bunch of stuff that goes on in the background to keep our website up and to publish the books and all the technical work and all that, and that's what I do. So that's my full-time thing. I used to be a TV producer. So
How do the kids feel about moving? Jack, what do you think about moving?
I'd like it, but I don't want to move out of Colorado where I can't go to the school.
Suck it
love
up,
your
Buttercup.
school.
You're
Yeah.
just gonna have to.
But what's Dave think about moving?
Woo! Let's do it!
Dave is ready to go.
Andrea says totally worth it. If you're unhappy with where you are, make the move. Life is short.
Ellie
sick
wants
and
to
tired of
stay here. BJ and Ellie want to stay here, but they might come by us. Yes.
Well, Ellie likes the house. She thinks it's amazing. Her issue is she does parkour here. Okay, boys. Hey, Jack, come get Buster, please, and bring him back with you. Good night, Liz. Charlene says internet can be affected by the weather here in Tennessee. Yeah, different kinds of internet can have problems. This is hardwired internet, so it should be less likely to be a problem. But yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Denise says, knowing it is a cheese state, you've got my vote to move there.
Bandana, I have something.
Yes.
Oh, Robin says we should do a live virtual tour conducted by a
Yeah.
realtor while we're looking at the house live.
That's a good idea. Yes, Dave. What did Bandana say?
Hey, Grandma said, good advice, Sherry. It's alright. Take a step of faith. Go see it. In all caps.
Go see it.
You must see it.
Oh boy.
So Dee asking, do you know why the owner is selling?
Yes.
They say they're moving closer to be closer to other family, and they already own property at the place where they're moving to be
Yeah.
closer to family. So Kathy's asking, says, ask the lady what her average summer temperature is. She's been really friendly, and we've asked her a lot of questions already.
If the obstacles weren't in the way, what would you do? I would buy it. I would buy it right now. If I didn't have Mike or the kids to consider, or if I didn't have stuff like that, I would buy it right now. Okay, so Jack is opening.
They can't hear you because of my screen covered.
Oops. Okay.
Tell me what
Holy
to
moly.
say.
Okay, so
What is this?
we got this in the mail.
So
for
we
Jack
got
to
this in the
try.
mail for Jack to try, and I have no idea what it is either. Well, yeah.
Okay,
And
drop it down.
so
Zach with Judy here says kids will adapt to it. I think Zach is one of the kids. I'm
Wait,
pretty
is
sure.
that a marble run?
this looks like a
Marble
fence.
Run.
Oh, it's a marble run.
Oh, it's a marble run.
A marble run.
What's this from Layman's?
What we need to ask him is, can we get 2-day delivery there?
Wait, it looks like it's a marble
Except you won't be able to get groceries.
Mom,
over
it
there.
looks like it's a marble
I want a
race.
pasta.
It's a marble
But there will
race.
be others.
It is. Okay, go get your marbles, Jack. Alright, well, let me get the stuff out of the oven, guys.
Jamie says, let the record show I will take custody of both BJ and Elly.
Yeah, Jamie doesn't want me to move.
So Nebo, any barking dogs? We haven't been there, but there's 20 acres around the house,
I've got marbles.
and there are hardly any neighbors. So
No.
I think it's.
Hey. Oh, I've got the
there are
marbles.
only 2 houses within any distance of there, and so I doubt it, but certainly not what we have here.
I got a bucket. No, they stealing my bucket.
Hey.
Nancy says you'd be about 3 hours away from me.
Ooh.
Hey.
Would anybody be our friend if we came out there?
Betty says, absolutely go for it. That's a steal for 20
Go for it.
acres. Plus the house is gorgeous.
Ooh, that's cool.
Oh, this one's winning.
Woohoo!
All right.
Here, I'll put
Okay.
in some more.
Well, it's funny because
Okay, do one more and then I gotta show them the bread.
I have a cousin and his wife that have been more like us than everybody else in the family, and they're not that far from there. So
We just,
all
I don't know.
nice
Would we have
about
any friends?
the
Is anybody in Wisconsin that would be our friend?
I wish. I have no friend. Wait, what? I have one
Roxanne
friend.
says stairs are great, keeps you strong.
Okay.
Oh, I know.
I'm putting 6 in.
Okay, go for it.
The right side is so rigged.
Good job.
Why is
okay. All right, let me show them the stuff and we'll review this later, okay?
So
Wait,
M,
can I play with it some more?
Yeah.
please do. So M. Brown says, I left Colorado in 2002 and went to Texas because I was so upset at all the folks moving in. Now I want to leave Texas for the same reason. Well, it's one of
Well,
the reasons that
That's
this
why
kind
we
of a
want to
place.
leave.
Well, it's one of the reasons this kind of a place appeals to us because it's not the kind of place where massive throngs of people are going to move
Yeah.
Bandana will
in our lifetimes. So,
Bandana says she'll be your visiting friend.
Oh, thanks, Bandana. Okay, so here it is, guys. This is what the puff bread looks like.
I
It
feel like
poofs up.
Bandana would be a grandma to me.
She probably, actually, her husband would make a great grandpa, too.
see,
Poor
here you go.
Elly.
Betty's speaking your language. She says, Tara, if you ever needed a homestead because the economy fails, you'd have the land too.
I know, that's
Well, the
what I'm
thing-
thinking.
Well, I was thinking, this is amazing. But then I was looking and it said orchard with, and it was listing off all the different kinds of fruit trees, and I was thinking, there are like 8 different kinds of fruit trees.
Well, and then there's an outdoor kitchen by the barn, too. So if I ever decide...
so there's 3 kitchens?
Yes. There's an outdoor kitchen by the barn.
Wow.
And I was like, I don't know.
Cat Lover says it does sound like a great place. It
It's...
sounds to me like we're about 90% go for it and 10% be really careful.
Great.
Will you need a truck with a plow? Possibly.
We would need something, although I did ask the lady, and she said that in 30 years they've only actually been snowed in 3 times. But they do have an ATV with a snow plow that they use because the driveway is a quarter
And that's
quarter
probably
mile
what
long.
we would need to do is have like a little 4x4 thing.
Yeah, we'd
with
have to get a
blade on it.
4-wheeler with a snow blade. Stop it.
Sorry.
Jack?
Wrong thing, someone-
Jonathan likes your marble run. He says, how fun.
It's a
From
marble
Florida
race.
Singularity. It's a marble race. Okay, that's cool.
Because there are 2 sides and multiple marbles can go at the same time.
Yeah, Nancy says, yes, you need to go see it physically. It's an area. If it's an area with state and federal land, you shouldn't have to worry much about getting crowded. That's what we were... There are a lot of reasons why this particular location isn't likely to get a major amount of urban sprawl while we're living. So...
I don't know.
Well,
Are we
Walmart
gonna test? Are we
delivered-
gonna test it?
Mom,
Wait! Oh wait! We need to get the camera.
What?
I don't know how to say it, but I think it's like Becca's or something.
Mm-hmm.
Says, will Walmart deliver your groceries there?
No, they won't deliver the groceries there, so that would be a bad thing. But honestly, I would put up with going to the grocery store for
It's
that.
a beautiful, relaxing, nice, awesome house. And we can fish our own fish. And we can like, I don't know.
But there is a Walmart 10 miles away.
There's a Walmart 10 miles away, so that's totally no.
Okay,
looks
let's see
delicious.
if Mike can get a picture of this. I don't know.
We didn't have a picture for the...
Ow,
Don't touch that.
that's hot.
Mom, you're gonna kill your hand.
Can you get in really close?
I'm gonna
Ooh,
grab
you
a couple.
smell good. Actually, Dave, you would love Bandana Grandma's husband. Elly said he would make the perfect grandpa. My poor children, they have no grandpa, really. They never really had a
We have
grandpa.
great grandpa, but not grandpa.
Yeah.
Ooh, look at that.
Ooh, yum.
And I don't think Bandana Grandma would really mind being our grandma.
She probably wouldn't. Then you could have two grandmas, huh?
Hopefully she doesn't force us to wear bandanas though.
I don't think she would.
Just for a second. Okay, we're about to taste. We're about to open it up and taste it. Mike just had to take a few pictures because we don't have any for that.
For
Website.
this website. This is kind of a strange recipe because it's not often, it's not a common one, I should say,
know
but
another-
it's so good.
Another benefit is there's not a lot of fast food real close.
Not a lot of fast food, huh?
That's a benefit.
What are you doing?
You're gonna burn your hand there, boy.
I'm smiling.
Boy.
Okay, try one bite.
But you didn't jump up and down and say yippee.
For what? Because there's no fast food?
No, about this.
Oh, I haven't tasted it yet.
Hmm.
Oh my
It's kind of like a
goodness.
German pancake.
There is.
That tastes so good. Wink,
Yeah, it's like a puffy pancake.
Mm-hmm.
wink.
It's not gluten-free. No, I'm poisoning myself, but that's okay.
Dad's also poisoning himself. He's
Yum,
broken the
yum.
Mm. Charlene says sounds like 20 acres could be a lot of work. Well, only 3 acres of it are not forest land.
Yeah.
The other 17 acres are forest land and a river.
Now, they did say that they mow a lot. And if you look here, I don't know what it is with Wisconsin, but those people mow everything. And I mean, they mow and mow and mow.
Would we fit in then?
So, I don't know. So look at this. So they do mow a lot. See that?
Hold up.
You guys see that?
Yeah.
That's a lot of mowing.
Whoa. We need like
But-
a rider mower.
Yeah. But what we were
we'd
thinking
have to
was
get one for sure.
we
One more
would
push mower, Dad.
get like a tractor or a big mower and only mow part of it like once a month and just mow like around the house and the barn and stuff.
Well, hey, I'd like
Once
We
a
wouldn't,
week.
we wouldn't need a membership to the gym if we were.
Had a push mower.
We tried that when we had 2 acres. Oh man, it was a nightmare to push mow
Oh.
that. We did because we had a riding mower in it. So funny story. We had a riding mower, but I was teaching BJ how to ride it when he was what, 12?
Yeah.
Because I learned how to mow lawn when I was like 10 or 12 on a riding mower. Well, they put these new safety contraptions on the seats. So he was, every time he'd hit a bump, it would bounce and it would trip the safety thing and the motor would start to die, and then we fell down again. It would backfire and make this big explosion sound. Well, it turned out that I called him and I was asking about that, and basically they didn't want me to let my 12-year-old mow the lawn. And I was thinking, I'm not going to be that guy. So it pretty quickly it blew the muffler completely off the lawnmower. And so then we had to send it in for warranty work and push mow it for a little while. Man, that was hard. So, yeah, Crystal says you'd have the ultimate place to stay. You could go fishing and have lovely gardens and fruit trees, and it would be awesome to have something like that. Thinking the
know.
same thing. So, yeah. Has the river ever flooded the property? She said no, right? We would do research on that to make sure.
They're not in a floodplain and they don't have to have flood insurance because it's up high enough that the rivers never come up. So
It looks like the house is quite far up from, it's like 20 feet higher than the river probably, isn't it?
yeah.
But she said that the river kind of goes up and down as it's in the spring, and then, but that it sounded like it's never actually come out of the bank since they've lived there 20 years.
Bandana
But we
says-
would definitely do our homework on that before we bought it. Go ahead.
Okay, you ready? Bandana says, I just told my husband your kid's wanted him as a grandpa, and now he's smiling ear to ear.
Aw.
And I'm like, aw.
My poor kids got gypped out of a grandpa. Yeah.
So this says they are saying we should probably mow it to keep the bugs down. Remember that.
Oh, maybe that's why people mow so much. Oh, I don't
If you remember when we lived in
I'll do it.
Manhattan, Kansas, the little apple,
If you have a tractor,
I was
I'll do
mowing
it.
around all there because we had so many bugs coming in. This is really good. Oh, except this is my not eating day. Oops.
Well, I don't know.
Well, if you have a tractor, I'll mow every week.
He says that now. We have that on video.
Oh no! I didn't mean it.
We have that on video.
Hey, tractors are cool to ride.
Donna says Wisconsin is beautiful and you will love the 4 seasons. Brenda says I will absolutely let you adopt me and move into your barn when you move there. Well, that's one thing we were thinking is we could either convert something or maybe put up a couple of those little like kind of camping cabins or something, and have people over and Airbnb it sometimes and stuff like that. So.
All right, guys, Dining on Dime cookbook. It's on page 99, the cinnamon puff bread. Super delicious. So thank you for all of your opinions and advice because we're kind of in a quandary. Charlene, it is an hour from Brad and Krista.
Roberta wants to know how would you take care of all that with your house?
Well, the thing is the gardening I already do anyway. So I wouldn't be worried about the gardening. And the house is about the same size, slightly bigger, but the same size that I have now. So that wouldn't be any different. The main thing would be the heat and humidity. But the heat bothers me here, so I can't do anything in the summer here either. So that's why I'm kind of like...
But it's more humid there than here, but it's less hot there than here.
Yeah.
Because here in Colorado,
It actually gets pretty warm.
We get into the 90s for a while, and sometimes the hundreds. So, yeah. Pack your ditty bags and fly out early, Mary Alice says. Yeah. We're getting that. I think if we were running a vote, it would lean heavily towards the take it, based on what I'm seeing here.
I honestly thought we would wait until next July and just go out there next July and see what it's like. I didn't really think we would actually find a place that would have everything that we are looking for. But...
Joy Marie says you could have your own campground.
I know, that's what we were thinking.
We could do our campground idea.
I like your idea. Brown Eyed Babe says, I wish someone would start an adopt a grandparent program like Big Brothers Big Sisters.
Yeah.
Sleep on it. Yes, Suzanne, that's a good idea.
Can I try some?
Yeah.
Mom, can I try some?
Yeah.
Oh,
What is
thank you, Bandana. She says, love you, Mike, Tara, family,
It
and
looks
friends.
like...
Good show. Lots of love from Bandana, Grandma, and Grandpa.
Oh, thanks, guys.
Wait, what? The grandpa wears bandana?
Oh, I would love to go to Alaska.
Alaska. That'd be
Ooh.
cool.
Is that good? You may.
Cat Lover says, we'll all look forward to seeing and hearing what you decide. It's a big
This is
decision.
the best thing I've ever tasted.
You know, Jonathan, the thing about Alaska, I think it would be awesome, except I'm not sure about a lot of dark. That I have a little brain
I would
problem
love
with dark.
Yeah,
I have to get him 50 sun lamps.
I don't mind a lot of light. Yeah, Noah's Ark says maybe God's putting his sunfire under you. Maybe he's putting one under your mom.
Well, what's funny is Mom has... Her thrift store has left. Her favorite thrift store, her only thrift store has left that she's ever gone to for 40 years. And then her library is closing down. And then her Joann Fabrics closed down like last year or something. And now her favorite eye doctor that she's gone to for 45 years, he's retiring. Dr. Ike is retiring. He's
So
our
Nana's
favorite.
crippling
He
depression.
was an awesome eye doctor.
So Mom, and then her neighbor, who Mom is really good friends with, she's talking about selling her house and traveling. Mom's like, I'm not going to have anything left.
Sacred Wonder says pray about it and then move to Maine.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's my exact problem, Jonathan. The sad, whatever they call that, from...
Seasonal affective disorder.
So Christine is wondering, what about forest fires? I'm in Oregon and we have problems sometimes. I don't think they have problems there because they get a lot more rain. And well, Oregon gets rain. But Oregon is more pine trees, right?
That could be a problem if our whole forest burns down.
20
That would
acres
take
of...
the cake if we moved in and our forest burned down. Oh my goodness.
But what about us?
But you know us, we'd be out there raking it and cleaning it up and decorating it.
That would be just our luck to move in and we have nothing left but charcoals and toothpicks.
Yeah, she's going to see, they're all signs. Nola says, I remember days when the humidity was 100%.
Yes.
It wasn't raining and we did get up to 100 degrees. Was that are you in Wisconsin, Nola?
That's the way Kansas was. So that's why I'm a little concerned, but it is a lot further north than Kansas, so it's not quite as hot, but...
What would you use the kitchen by the barn for?
Out there they use it for canning. So I don't know if I would even use the kitchen by... Oh, I could use it to make soap, though.
Yeah?
It would be a good place to make soap. Oh, I could just really jazz up our channel. We could do shows outside.
Well, I was thinking, I told Tara this would be an awesome house for our channel because there's so many cool locations there and so many things we could more easily demonstrate in a place like that than
This
here.
could actually make our YouTube channel just go...
Do that again? Whoa. I like yours better.
All right, guys. Well... yes, we could sell our house quickly here, probably. Houses in Colorado are very far and few between, and I have realtors calling me all the time begging for us to sell our house. So it is going into winter, so that might be a little bit harder, but houses are selling here quite quickly, so I don't know.
Ben and Grandma said, did you say if it had air conditioning? Yes, it does.
It does.
But... And I don't think the other thing about that is if we need the air conditioning, we probably don't need it as long as other places.
I can't imagine we wouldn't need it from, probably there we would need it like the mid-June to the beginning of September probably.
Which is less than here.
Which is less than we use it here. We start in May here and go through the end of September here.
Yeah. See, the places where it's so hot that you can never go outside with the heat and humidity. One thing we do like about Colorado... weather is really nice here, but it does get pretty hot in the summer, but it gets down to still like 60s
Cools
and 70s
down
at
at
night.
Yeah.
And when we were in Texas, it would get down to 100 at night in this August.
Why does anybody live in Texas? No offense if you're in Texas, but why does anybody live in Texas? Or Kansas for that matter. The weather is just too bad. Sorry.
Like, not
It's
to
nice.
offend anyone.
Chuck wagon on a dime.
Very nice, Florida singularity.
Man, you're on a roll tonight, Jonathan.
All right.
All right.
Well, we could keep on all night, but
I know,
like you're ready
but
for...
do I go book plane tickets or not for tomorrow?
If we're gonna do it for tomorrow, we better pack in a hurry. Like, what time were you thinking?
There's a flight that leaves at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, no. Seriously? That's 12 hours away.
Yeah, but live on the seat of your pants a little. Live a little.
I will come with you, Mom. Dad can just stay here and be a nincompoop, okay?
You'll come and
All
make
right.
the decision.
Yeah,
later.
Dave's been dying to go somewhere.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, I never do get to go anywhere, so...
Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you for your advice. We'll probably still be here Wednesday.
Steal.
You still want another piece, huh? Is it super yummy?
Yeah.
All right. Visit us at livingonadime.com.
Thank you so
We'll be
much.
back on Wednesday. Probably here, maybe in Wisconsin. Who knows?
Goodbye.
Probably here.
Bye.
Hold on, wait. Bye!
Bye.
Okay, Dave.
Dave,
Okay, we're dead.
no bars and tone.